It's on. Hi everyone, it's me Robin with mypinkstamper.com, and today, even though I'm not 100% functional right now, I hurt my arm. Here's my arm. I was playing tennis this week on Tuesday, and I got the shot, I got the ball, but I was going really fast and I landed on my wrist. So after x-rays, everything's okay. Nothing's fractured, which is good, but sprains sometimes take a little bit longer to heal. So this will be healing, but I'm going to see if I can make a quick project using my Cricut. And so I was looking through my cartridges and trying to find a cartridge that had some easy layer images on it, and I looked at I found the best images of 2010. This is a Cricut Best Images of 2010, and even though I've made projects before using this bear, and this is also from Create a Critter, so if you don't have the best of 2010 but you have Create a Critter, you can follow along with me. And I want to make a card for someone special. So this looks like it's pretty easy to layer. Now I can hold things with my right hand. And yeah, it's my right hand, the hand I write with, but you know, it's trying to find the good in everything that happens in our life is sometimes hard, but I'm learning that if I had to, I could function with my left hand. So I'm just learning how grateful I am for having both hands, because there's a lot of things that are really hard to do. And in the beginning, I couldn't apply pressure or anything, but now I'm able to apply a little pressure. So this hand will be helping, but mostly it'll be my left hand. So we're going to head on over to the Cricut, and we're going to be cutting this bear, which I think is very delicious. It's just so cute. And I have so many little bear puns in all of I think I have 5 Punnylicious stamp sets now. You can pick up from any of my retailers online or any of the brick and mortar stores that carry them. So let's head on over and get to Cricutting. Alright, I'm at my Cricut, and we're ready for the next step with my gas thingy. Create a Critter is probably still my #1 favorite cartridge, and that's why I have come out with so many stamp sets to go along with it, and all of the animal images that you can cut with your Cricut or any of your other die cut machines. They all work with my Punnylicious stamp line from My Pink Stamper Stamps. Now we're using this really simple bear here, and if you notice, there's really not a lot you can do with the bear. You know, brown, different shade of brown, and then the little outfit can be different. So you guys can probably guess who this card's going to, because I have a little purple skirt here and it's textured, and I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with the card yet. Remember, you know, usually everything I make is simple, but I don't know, I might get kind of crazy. I'm not really sure yet. Okay, now remember, I'm trying to do this one-handed the best I can. Little bit. I can still push and use my fingers a little bit, so don't freak out if I'm using this hand. Don't go, Robin, it's not worth it. Don't hurt your hand for this video, because I wouldn't do that, I promise. Okay, we are going to, how big should we cut this little bear here? I'm thinking we are going to cut the bear at 1, 2, 3. Let's try 3.5 inches. I want to have room for my other embellishments. So let's try 3.5. I'm not sure if that's going to be too big or too little, but that's why we have our first cut here. We can always cut this again. And then what I do with the cuts that I don't use is I put them in a little bin. And sometimes people at church need some little images for the children, or, you know, sometimes when we're scrapbooking, but my kids really like to pull out the little images. So nothing's ever wasted. You can always recycle and use it again later. Alright, let's go ahead and find the bear. The bear. It's right in the second line, the second row, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Second row, 5 down. So let's go ahead and push this. It's at 3.5. I have my speed high, my pressure's high, they're maxed out, and my blade's at 6. I'm using thicker cardstock. And, you know, you kind of have to guess what kind of cut you're doing. Not guess, but mess around. If you're using, you know, thinner paper and you're trying to do intricate cuts and it's just ripping, just mess around with your blade. There's not a perfect formula, and mess around with your pressure and your speed. You've got to find, and you've got to know your product, and you have to know your materials, what you're working with. I use a lot of Stampin' Up! Cardstock and a lot of thicker cardstock, and I will be working with other different papers for you guys to try out also. And so you just have to kind of see what's going to work for you. That's a long story short, right? Okay, now I'm going to just press cut, and let's see if this looks like a good size. This looks like a really fantastic size. It looks perfect. Okay, so now remember I'm trying to do my right hand, so I'm going to move my blade over to the next. Make sure my mat is, I don't know if this mat was sticky or not, so what I'm going to do next is look at your picture, and it's gray, so I'm going to hit shift, and I'm going to press my bear again, and make sure my material saver button's on, because if it's set to real dial size, it's going to cut everything the same size, so nothing will layer up perfectly for you. Now that was really super simple also to cut. And you're going to find what you love and what you tend to cut a lot, and I cut a lot of the cutesy stuff. So if you're more of a, you like, what am I looking for? Line return. You have to find the kind of images that you like, and that will be the kind of cartridges that you use a lot. It's good to get a variety because you never really know, what you're going to be making. Okay, the next one, I'm going to just switch my hand here. This is going to be layer 1. This is, I'm not doing the frog. I keep thinking I am. Layer 1's right here, layer 1, and we're going to push the frog again. I'm sorry, I keep saying frog, what's wrong with me? The bear again, and press cut. And then the last thing we're going to do is cut the little dress, which is of course Carly Purple. Let's just call it Carly Purple. So here's some of the materials that I'm using. I pulled out a Prima, so I'm actually going to use some of Carly's favorite colors, which is the dark purple, and she loves the lime green. And I'm going to use teal in the background and pull in the lime green also. And I'm pulling in the purple for the actual card base. And I'm using some dark brown ribbon. It's actually the background, the very, very back of this. And these are the green flowers. And honestly, I've never used them before. I just opened them up for the first time, which was funny with one hand. But anyway, we're also going to use the dark purple stickles, and I'm going to show you in a little bit where I'm going to put that. Now the first thing I'm going to do is, this is going to be interesting because I haven't stamped since I hurt my hand this week. So remember, I'm okay to do some of this stuff, but some of it is just kind of weird for me. So this might be a longer video just because. I'll just leave it like that. How about I leave it like that? Now this is a soft suede. It actually matches the soft suede, which is the outer brown color. These are Stampin' Up! Colors. Alright, and we're going to, these are how my stamps come in their little container. These are clear photopolymer, high quality stamps. So these aren't like the cheap ones that you get that beat up, that are actually the acrylic ones. We're going to use Friends Make Life More Bearable. Carly's been working a lot. I'm not going to say it's been driving me crazy, but it kind of has been driving me crazy, and she knows it. She's helping out her husband for a little bit, and so she's had to work full time and take care of her kids. And for those of you that have to work, it's a hard job having to do it all. So that's what she's doing right now. And so I wanted to send her something nice. Okay, so I'm just using my right hand to guide it, just to kind of ink this up, and we're going to stamp it on the left corner of the front. Now, I've never used this stamp before, so sometimes if you see it, you can see through if it's not completely inked up, and sometimes your ink pad's not very inky. There we go. Okay, we're just going to stamp this right here, friends, and it might not be straight because I'm at a real weird angle right now. Friends Make Life Bearable, and I think that'll work. That will work. If you wanted it perfect, you would have just bought one of those cards at the store, right? The ones that the machines make. But that's a great thing about homemade cards, is they're not going to be perfect because you made them with love. I'm going to use this little ribbon here, and there we go. I think my kids were playing. Now I'm going to just do things a little differently, and we're going to do the little cheater method here. Flip this around without killing my arm. And I think I only really need one piece here. Okay, there we go. So that should be okay. Now you can just fix it if it's not completely straight. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on in just a minute. we're going to use the Cuddle Bug on this piece, and I know I use the polka dot Cuddle Bug folder a lot, and I thought about it today, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should use that again because they see me use it so much, but I want you guys to see what I truly use a lot, and that will help you in your purchases. It's not something that's just going to sit on the shelf, and this polka dotted embossing folder is something that I use all the time, and so I'm sure that if you like polka dots like me, you will too. So let me grab a Cuddle Bug. I should have one in here. There, I do. I have one in each of my different areas. Okay, now you don't need to see the full Cuddle Bug view, and I'm going to just open this. Oops. Open this, and we're going to slip this. The A is on the bottom, and you're going to have your B plate. Be very careful here. And now the Cuddle Bug's kind of not really made for left-handed people. Well, unless you turned it around the opposite way, so I guess maybe it is. So on the right-hand side, let me turn this so you can see this. There's a little crank here, and I'm going to switch my hands and crank it real quick. I'm going to do it the other way. There we go. I'm going to use this to kind of hold it. Dun, da, da, da. This does not hurt. Don't be worried. I'm okay, Mom. I'm okay, all of you moms out there, all of my friends that are so worried about me all the time, and I appreciate it. See, I switched hands. I didn't lift it up with my right hand. You'll be so proud of me. Sometimes I do try to do too much right away. I just am not one of those people that can just sit still and heal. I have to, you know, no, I'm fine. I can do it. But you know how that is. Then I'll pay for it later, which I don't want to do. All right, let's finish this up. This is going to be super cute. Carly's going to love it. Thank you guys for helping me make this for her. She's just going to be so proud. Maybe not proud is the right word, but she's going to be so pleased. Okay, now I'm going to fold this over. I don't really think I can bone folder it with my right hand, so I'm going to hold it down. And this card will be even more special because she'll know that I made it when I'm with my left hand and I'm injured, right? Okay. So let's set this aside. We're going to go ahead and add this. Let me decide. This is the process of my cards, right, guys? We're going to decide if we want to have the little bit showing, and I haven't put my skirt yet. I haven't put the skirt yet on the bear because I wanted to show you that if you didn't want to add the little piece of color, that the little belly will show through. So if you just want a bear, or if this is for a guy friend or, you know, a husband or something, that's your friend. You don't have to put a little skirt on it unless you want to. That, you know, it's up to you. Okay, should we have the... I'm real funny about color. Sometimes I like things to show through, sometimes I don't. Dun, dun. You know what? I'm thinking we should have it come through so my bear's not like just floating. So let's put a little bit of color on that. Okay, now I'm not using my big adhesive. I grabbed my little one because I can kind of do this with my right hand and it doesn't hurt. The big one really hurts, so I'm just pulling this through here. Please don't be out of tape. Okay, it's not. Like, I don't know if I want to change it right now. Okay, alright. Ugh, you guys will see the progress. The progress! I can actually make a card now. I was so upset, though, when I came home from the doctors and I couldn't even wiggle my fingers, and I just, you know, of course the first thing I thought about was taking care of my family. Then I thought about, oh no, I can't play tennis. Well, tennis was equal to crafting because, you know, I love crafting just as much, but I thought, oh, I can't play tennis, and also I did think, oh no, I can't do any paper crafts, and that's what I love to do. So I was thinking, everything I love, I can't do it. But you know what? I just gave it a couple days, and even if I would have had to wait longer, it'd have been okay. I would have just found something else to do, or read more, or, you know, done something else. So anyway, everything works out. We learn things for a reason. Let's do this here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and jazz my little guy up here. Let's put our... I keep saying it's a little guy, my little girl, because I'm putting her in a little purple skirt, right? This is for Carly. I hear buzzing. It's my phone, I think. Hold on. Okay. I will have to call them back. I'm in the middle of a video. Alright, little cute little skirt. And now we're going to add... Now, let me see if I can find something small to add this on. I think I might just use my little pen since I I would use normally, I would use like a little glue dot, or some little glue, some wet glue, maybe some zip dry, something that I could just add this on really quick. Okay, we're going to put a little flower in her little hair. So stinking cute. So stinking cute. Okay, that'll work. That'll work good. And now I'm going to use some pop dots. And we're going to add just a couple, since I'm going to use this hand. We're just going to make a little triangle with the pop dots. So you don't have to use a million on your thing that you're popping up. You don't want to waste them. You gotta try to be frugal with these guys. Okay, let's put this on here. Friends make life bearable. That's so sweet. Okay, now I'm not done with the last thing yet, but let's go ahead and, I don't know how this is gonna look. Maybe I can do it. Oh, I can, yay. I can't pull it really tight. Now, ribbon is funny because you can kind of do different things with ribbon. You can, so I wanted it to kind of go down, you know, wonky, little wonky. Oh, I haven't, let's see. These scissors are easy. There we go. I have to kind of do two hands with my scissors. Ah, ready? Dope. Okay. I like how that ribbon turned out. Very nice, not the normal way I do it. And now I thought what we would do, let me grab a little piece of scratch paper, and scrap paper, scratch or scrap, whatever you want to call it. And stickles are kind of finicky sometimes. If you let them sit for a long time, the oil will build up on the top, and so there we go. We just want to make sure there's no oil. I'm going to just squeeze it so it's like a little bead. It'll dry like a little bead. Isn't that so cute? So it coordinates, it matches. I will, whoops, finish this video up, but I want to show you guys a little close-up video. Oh, nice. It's so nice being above the garage that I can hear it in all my videos. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you liked my card and my tutorial, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye!